Technology, Sydney, and I'm a PhD candidate over there. So my name is Kainat, like pie nut, but with a K. So I'm here to talk to you about trees. Did you know that trees have existed for over 370 million years on this planet? And there are 422 times more trees than there are people. And still, they are in danger. So you can say that trees are really old, and they're as old as you would say that your grandma was when you were 3. So why did I choose trees? I adore trees. I mean, who doesn't, right? I love trees more than I love people. Have you ever had coffee with trees? I have. I go out on dates with them. I mean, they can't come to coffee with me, so I have to take coffee to them. They're really, stubborn and demanding in that way. But it was a fun date, let me tell you that. I have long chats with them. They're amazing listeners. Sometimes they even respond to me. But I'm not going to share that. That's only for me and my therapist. So what's going on around us? Over 900,000 native Australian trees are illegally exported from Australia. It's a huge number. It's a huge number coming from an island. Because probably they're running out of toothpicks or popsicle sticks. It is considered to be the largest environmental crime by value globally, according to the Interpol, WHO, and United Nations. The illegally exported trees come out of forests, national parks, national reserves, and I just could not bear that. It's even a greater crime than this powdery thing, I made a decision to come here and do something about it. I wrote a 16-page long personal statement to the Australian High Commission because I'm from Pakistan and I don't get the visa. Took a 30-hour-long flight and came all the way from Islamabad, Pakistan to Sydney, Australia, because people normally travel across the world for their special, better half. But I took my special, another person and my daughter with me, and we all flew halfway across the world for trees. I love trees. I really love them. I really do. I'm so sorry. How did that get there? Sorry. So does my daughter. Apparently my apple hasn't fallen far from her tree, Bad joke. I'm so glad she doesn't have branches though. If things stay the same, the future that unfortunately I foresee is where the animals don't have their homes, where my daughter and the next generation don't get to play with trees as I do. No. And I'm sure you guys don't either. Do you? Let's not forget about the koalas. I'm such a hugger. I love koalas. And their homes, of course, they love trees. And so the next time you go out to get a new bed frame, I want you to think of the koalas. The crying koalas. Or the next time you think of renovating your house with wood, isn't it beautiful though? I want you to think of the crying koala. Or the next time you go get an essential oil massage, I want you to think of the crying, homeless, sad koala. So when I see a koala cry, I cry. I do. Can't stand it. When I cry, my daughter cries. You don't want that. You don't know how hard it is to calm a crying toddler down. Some of you do, but it's hard. So we don't want that. We just simply don't want that. So who's the bad guy in this story? We're thinking about, we don't know exactly what they look like, but we're thinking they look something like this, or this, or my favorite guess is this. We'll find it soon enough, I assure you that. So what am I doing? I am going to collect tree samples from all across Australia, and I'm going to identify something that's called Volatile Organic Compounds, also called VOCs. They look something like this, and yes, they are a mouthful, I know, and they have a complicated structure as well. That's what my husband says about me, being a mouthful. So how am I doing this? I work with essential oils. Trust me, my lab smells amazing. I'm looking for VOCs, like I've mentioned, and I analyze and process oils for them. This is the kind of outcome I get. Isn't it amazing? It's so cool. I know. This is another kind of visual that I give. So the peaks represent VOCs. The more VOCs we identify, the more we're able to tell what kind of tree we're looking at and what area is it from, what's its origin. This is the instrument that I process it in. Do you want to know what's it called? Yeah. I heard you. So it's called G as in gas, C as in chromatography, X as in times, G as in gas, so on and so forth. It's the YMCA for tree nerds like myself. I hope you guys get that. And I'm sure you're going to memorize that name now. Hello there, mate. So once I have my VOCs, we're going to talk about the output. What are we going to do with our VOCs? How are we going to identify them? We're developing something that's called eNose, an electronic nose. And yes, it does exactly what it sounds like. It is an electronic nose. So did you know that a dog's nose can detect unimaginable number of volatile organic compounds? And somebody needs to give them a break from sniffing at the dogs' butts. So we're going to develop a mobile phone that has a dog's nose. I'm just joking. It's not what we're doing. I'm not that brutal. This is what the instrument looks like. This is what the eNose essentially looks like. And we are actually going to look if this piece of wood here, we're going to put the machine near it, and we're going to see if where this wood is from, when was hopefully it was chopped off, and what type it is. So the future I want to see, and I hope you guys want to see the same and pray for, loads and loads of trees. Trees that give us shelter, trees that give us food, trees that let us breathe fresh air, trees that stand tall, and trees where koalas can build their homes in. And, for all of us to love, share, and adore. And and then when we talk about the koalas again, we'll have, from the crying koala, we'll have happy, adorable koalas who are able to build their happy, decorated homes in their adorable trees. And thank you so much for listening.